What's up, guys? Jay, MorninAfterKill, and today is the last day of the Division's beta, but it's also Sunday. And even though I've gotten very little hands-on playing time with the game, and I should be playing right now, recording to get some footage to make videos on it, not just for you guys, but because it might help my channel out a bit just to get something new and different. But honestly, so far, what I've played of the Division hasn't been the greatest experience in the world, but that's neither here nor there. I was originally going to postpone the Q&A for tomorrow, but when I turned on the PS4 and I stared at the Division on the dashboard and I said, man, fuck, it's Sunday, I can't bail out on you guys. I gotta make my Q&A today, so that's what we're here for. It's Sunday, you got questions, I got answers, and if you have any other questions that you want to hear me answer, ask them in the comment section down below, and maybe, just maybe, it'll be yours up on the screen next week. But let's go ahead and get into the first question of the week from Peach Games, who wants to know if I think majority of my subscribers would follow me to a new game, even if the content was totally different than the content I produce now. And I can answer you 100% without any opposition or shadow of a doubt in my body that the answer to this question is no. No, not at all. And I can actually prove that to you right now if you go ahead and open up a new tab and you look at my main channel page with all my videos on it, and you look at the view differences right now in the last few weeks between the return of Borderlands to my channel and the continued coverage of Destiny, and you know, even further if you look at the difference between Borderlands, Destiny, and South Park, you'll see that there's a major view discrepancy between those types of videos and that content. But with that said, I don't want anyone to think that I'm complaining about that at all. By no means. I am 100% grateful for any views that a video gets. But honestly, to expect majority of a fan base to enjoy something that they otherwise don't normally enjoy or wouldn't normally enjoy is unrealistic in expectation. And I think that's where a lot of YouTubers really go wrong, is that they lose faith too quickly when they're trying to branch out and expand into new territory, because, you know, some of them subscribers don't follow along, you know, and they panic, and automatically they jump back to pumping old, tired ass, generally uninspired content during slow periods. And you know, the last month specifically, if you look at my channel during a slow point in Destiny, there's not many Destiny videos. In fact, South Park is dominating my channel right now in the month of January. But, you know, rewind back to a month ago when I uploaded episode 1 of South Park and it only got 4,000 views. I could have realistically chose to quit the series right then, right there. But I didn't. I didn't panic, because I don't judge the quality of my content by the views that it gets. I simply just open up my YouTube analytics and I look and I was like, oh, wow, look at that. The realization when you see that the average view count duration of those first few videos were 15 minutes on a 20-minute video. What? That means that 4,000 people got to somewhere around 15 minutes out of a 20-minute video for me. Sure, 4,000 is a drop in the bucket to most YouTubers, even to myself. 4,000 views isn't very much for a video. But think about it in real life terms. 4,000 people is more people than the average person will meet in their entire fucking lifetime. Just passing by, walking by in the streets. Unless you live in New York City, then you pass by millions of people all goddamn day long. But honestly, think about that. 4,000 fucking people. You'd be ungrateful as fuck to lose sight of something as special as that. So no, I don't think that majority of my subs would follow me to every game I play, every video that I make. But you know, I don't expect you guys to. However, when I go ahead and I upload a Borderlands video after a year of not doing so, and I see that majority of my subs that were around back then are still here, still subscribed, still waiting on the off chance that another Borderlands video might make it that way in the sub box. See that they're still there. I can't describe that feeling. I can't describe it at all. It's a damn good feeling. But next up, we have Loser LOL, who wants to know if I've ever hated or disliked a person for no good goddamn reason whatsoever. Yep. That's a big 10-4 there, buddy. Fuck. Yes, hell yeah, man, that shit exists, and there's nothing that you can do about it. It's like a subconscious human trait that, you know, probably has a lot to do with chemical attraction, pheromones, and all type of inner biological workings of your meat suits. But yeah, seriously, I've met quite a few people in my life that I just didn't like right off the bat for no other reason other than just meeting. Hi, how you do? Don't like your face. But here's the awesomely amazing part of that. That feeling of when you meet somebody that you instantly don't like is almost always mutual. And like I said, that mostly goes back to due in part to the pheromones that I mentioned earlier, which are, you know, like basic subconscious cues for your body to either attract you or repel you from people. But, you know, even further beyond that, I've always had, you know, sort of an uncanny ability to kind of just pick apart a person just by sizing them up, walking up and meeting them for a minute or two. It's like nothing like physical or anything. I don't have to touch you to size you up, you know, but you know, I just gotta physically meet you. So ever since I was a kid, I've been able to just walk right up to somebody and boom, instantly be able to, you know, empathize with the type of person that they are. It's like, kind of like I'm like a social chameleon. So that's the best way that I can actually explain it. But it's like one of those reasons why I've been such a successful salesperson in my life, because immediately I walk up to somebody and I know exactly the type of person they are, and I can adapt my personality and mannerisms to best fit the person I'm dealing with at the time to get them to trust me so I can sell them the car. But it's also one of the reasons why later on in life as an adult that I am what you consider an extroverted introvert, because I grew up being a very social person. I'm very social. I like to crave gatherings in large groups as a young buck. But the more I got older, the more people I've sized up, and the more I've realized that most people are just fake as fuck. They're all lying to your face when they're being nice to you, and eventually, you know, being able to size up people immediately and realizing how large a chunk of the population that you meet are fake. And it's forced me to separate myself from the social situation mentally, which is where most of my social anxiety sort of stems from. It's like an isolation of myself mentally when I'm in public with a bunch of other people. And I realize that I'm just standing there, I'm looking around, and I see a bunch of fake ass motherfuckers that I'm standing. I'm like, man, if there was a fire in this hallway right now, I will literally walk over every single one of your backs to get out of the fucking way. I don't give a fuck about any of you motherfuckers with your fake ass smiles, your fake ass handshakes, just waiting for somebody to drop their guard so you can take advantage of them and manipulate them, right? Yes, no. I wouldn't even fucking piss on you to put the flames out. Even if you made it outside the building, I'd watch you smolder. And if you think it's confusing listening to that, honestly, please do me a favor. Try fucking living that shit. Honestly, it's not easy. That brings us what will probably be the titular question of the video. Mac, were you a Mac in high school? No pun intended. First off, of course that can't be a pun intended. You spelled Mac wrong. Before we answer this question, please realize that Mac, M-A-K, stands for MorninAfterKill. It's not my real name. It's my macronym. Just to clarify to those of you guys that haven't realized this yet. But also, I know I was not a disc-based green and white computer back in high school. Not at all. But was I a Mac in high school as, like, you know, pertaining towards Mac Daddy? No, not really. I mean, I had my share of girls that I fucked with, but I never fucked with any of the bitches from my actual high school. And I wasn't really friends with anyone from my school outside of my school. I mean, I was chill with mad people, but I didn't really fuck with anyone like that on a personal level inside of school, outside of school. You know where I'm saying. But the fact that I got kicked out of so many different high schools as a teenager didn't really help shit either. But, you know, outside of school, man, if you asked me back then, like, you go ahead and you turn the hands on that clock all the way back, and you asked me back then, I probably would have told you that me and my squad were the shit. And back then, we really were. But looking back as an adult, I'm just like, man, we was a bunch of assholes. But you know, out our way, we had like probably like 4 or 5 main squads of kids that made up our section. You know, they were all doing their own thing, but you know, it was our squad that really set that shit off around the way back in the day. And you know, looking back, we probably didn't do our neighborhoods any favors. Pretty shitty area now. And I feel like an asshole about it. But man, for like 10 years or so, our section was like one of the livest sections of the city. Because when we partied, it wasn't just us. We had all those squads that were living so close in the same area. When shit went down, by the end of the night, there'd be like 30-some motherfuckers outside, just fucked up, getting rowdy as hell, music turned up, and plenty of bitches. But none of this shit ever went down with anyone that I went to school with. So, no, to your question, I was not a Mac in high school. But around the way, back in the day, we was G'd up and the motherfucking feet up. And the final question comes from Mark Dorsey, who wants to know if I think I'll ever reach 1 million subscribers. How about no? Got it? Seriously. I've pretty much given up on the 1,000,000 subscriber dream a long time ago. Now, before you act like I've given up on, oh my god, Mac doesn't want to grow his channel. No, not at all. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing and having fun while I'm doing it, but I'm not gonna put any extra unneeded pressure on myself to reach a goal that's, quite frankly, immense for anything. I want you to think about this. Wrap your mind around this, gentlemen. Think about this. 1,000,000. Think about that number. Think about 1,000,000 of anything. Do you think you'll ever own 1,000,000 of anything in your lifetime? Probably not. Nope. Nerp. Do you think you'll accumulate enough of one thing in your life to have 1,000,000 of it? Even if it's something stupid. 1,000,000 pieces of paper. 1,000,000 Q-tips. 1,000,000 pennies. Sure, that's only 10 grand when you count it all up. But are you gonna go and take 10 grand to the bank and break it down into 1,000,000 pennies? Fuck no! Not! And if you do, take pictures of that shit, because that shit would be funny. But I was fucking dumbfounded when I hit 100,000 subscribers on it. I didn't think that there would be that many people in the world that could tolerate my voice enough, let alone like me enough to subscribe. To be honest, I stopped watching my subscriber count somewhere around 150,000 subscribers. Somewhere around that time, I realized that even if I never gain another subscriber in my life on my channel, and I continue with the point that I've been going for the last few years, just continually steadying the course, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you guys. I like where I'm at. If I ever gain any more subscribers, then great, fantastic. I'm down for it. But I'm not gonna put any unnecessary weight or stress on my life to go ahead and worry about it. So, I mean, even to go ahead as far as make the type of videos that it would require to reach that point, you know, I'd rather not cater to the lowest common denominator in life. I'd rather have some folks around here that's gonna challenge some of my opinions and my viewpoints. I don't want subscribers that are just gonna hang on to every word I say and sit around watching regurgitated, monotone, dumbed down trash demographically aimed to abuse an autistic chimpanzee. Fuck that! No. I'll probably never hit 1,000,000 subscribers just because of that. But you know what? I'm okay with that. And you guys should be okay with that too. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys really comment, subscribe. If you can leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. Leave your questions in the comment section down below. Remember, this is a subscriber-driven series. Without your cues, can't give you guys a piece of my A. So my name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching. And I'm gonna see you guys later.